Destiny, girl, hang it up, flat screen. Like, you're never going to get over it. And I feel like this has been a topic of discussion all season. At this point, leave it alone. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to This With The News, where we recap everything TV, reality TV, pop culture, entertainment, and sometimes double-dabble into sports, politics, maybe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. If you are new here, please like, comment, and share this video, and join the community if you like what you see. I'm just saying. Let's get into the video. So today we will be recapping and reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 9 Reunion Part 2. The episode starts with Mel and Kimmy still going back and forth about the whole little conversation lipstick shit. Basically, Mel said that she didn't really bring up the lipstick part of that conversation, or didn't want to talk about it, because Kimmy was saying that she didn't want to talk about Maurice and his whole situation. And Kimmy calls that bullshit. She's like, girl, that's bullshit. And I just feel like, in a way, you could kind of think that. You feel me? You could kind of think that. If you telling me you don't want to talk about this shit, I'm gonna just be like, okay, whatever. You ain't giving me shit, I ain't giving you shit. Destiny then butts in and try to make a comment, and Mel like, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to Kimmy and Carlos. And she like, well, it's other people up here and everybody else got an opinion too.
Don't you tell me when they're brought.
So I have not said that.
When they're brought.
So I'm talking to Kimmy and Carlos. So whenever,
and everybody has
whenever, and this is what she was doing at Taco Bell party.
Yeah.
And I just feel like everybody is taking this moment to dogpile on Melody, and this shit is just like bullshit. I'm not gonna call it bullying, because I don't feel like they're bullying her, and I don't feel like she's a person who's gonna allow nobody to bully her. Like, I feel like the way she handled herself on that stage was commendable. She didn't get them bitches nothing. I'm talking about nothing. She didn't pay them nothing, literally dust. She paid them dust. Like, she didn't react to none of the accusations. She didn't she kept it cute. That was the definition of keeping it cute. Like, you feel me? She didn't let it bother her. And I feel like that's the reason why they kept going. It kept going and kept going, because they wanted to get a moment. And she just wasn't having it. So now Marceau is saying, like, gather her up, gather her up. And I don't know if he was referring to Destiny or Mel, but they did show something later on in the episode, and basically was saying that, like, Mel be gathering people up. So I'm guessing he referring to her. Whatever. In the end, Melody say, like, the conversation me and Kimmy actually had it went good. Like, it actually went good. And that's crazy, because the way they edited it, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. It looked like a shitty ass combo. But yeah, she like, it went good. And Carlos is like, I know you guys don't get along that well. Y'all don't hang out as much, but you could tell that there is a mutual respect for each other. So Melody agrees, and she like, even with Nell, like, when we had our conversation about the whole mentor shit at my house, we was laughing and kikiing, and then I found out 6 weeks later that she actually felt some type of way. So Maurice was like, well, why didn't you find out until 6 weeks later? And she like, shit, you gotta ask Nell. Nell said she had to shut down for 6 weeks because she had to basically process what Mel said, and was saying that, yeah, it was basically Martell who was getting the mentoring, but she was helping both of them, and she put in a lot of hours with both of them. And for me, it just sounds like a friend being there for another friend when a friend is going through some shit with her marriage. I don't take that as mentorship. Like, I don't get what's the fucking, like, what are you getting out of hearing you saying I'm your mentor, or hearing her say you're my mentor? I don't understand it. You too damn old. Too pressed. It was just giving dramatic as fuck. Like, it really was just giving dramatic as fuck. And she was like, well, Chris was like, all those hours that she was there, she could have been with her mom.
That we spent those hours talking to you and Martell, she could have been home with her mom, right, that was sick and dying at the time.
And I understand.
So why wasn't you? Who was stopping you? Because me personally, if my mom is on her last hours, minutes, whatever, days, I'm not finna go out and try to help somebody marriage work. My mom is literally passing away. Like, girl, did nobody tell you had to do that? So now, like, yeah, you know, I'm still grieving, and that's another reason why I was taking 6 weeks. Grieving is a process. It is hard to deal with certain shit, and I don't want to sound like that person. I really don't. But you cannot blame everything on grief. You cannot. Because if you could still film this show and still go up to all the meetings, to all the events, and laugh and kiki and ha-ha and try to get info on everybody else's drama, you could deal with the shit with you and Melody. And that's why I be saying they be giving dramatic. Because whenever this topic come up, she wants to put on that face and make her voice sound like this. And like she's so, girl, hang it. Please hang it up. The drama. Like, please, no. I'm not buying it personally. No. So basically when Nell did the whole I'm still grieving and that's why it took 6 weeks, Mel made a look. And Marcel like, nope, Melody, so that's what we talking about. You're gathering right there. You're gathering right there. And she like, shh, no, let Miss Nell speak. Let Miss Nell speak.
Mel, see what you doing right now? You're not taking your gathering.
I ain't saying nothing.
Mel, but
I'm
what
just trying to.
Okay.
Let her say it. Let Miss Nell say it. Let Miss Nell talk.
I'm good.
Now she didn't make a look given. She was like, she made some type of look. But Marcel, shut the fuck up. So now Nell goes on to say that Mel makes her, she do make her mad sometimes or whatever, but everybody on the stage know that Nell has a soft spot for Mel and that, you know, she do forgive her, but she don't feel like they're in the same space. You feel me? That they once were. And Carlos asked Mel, how does she feel about that? And Melody is like, well, her feelings are her feelings. Cool. So now they cut to break, and of course the cast is going to their dressing rooms, and while they're still on stage, Marcel and Tisha kind of stop Melody, and Marcel was like, see, what you were doing right there is exactly what everybody is accusing you of, which is shutting down. Like, you're just shutting down, you're not paying attention to what anybody is saying. And she's like, but I never said nobody could come talk to me. And Tisha like, no, but that's just how you, like, that's the feeling you give.
Listen for a second. What she was actually saying, you actually proved her point. Because
But I don't tell you not to come talk to me. Come talk to me.
Yeah, but you're doing the same thing I do a lot of times.
When we talk to you, you were like, I don't want to talk to you.
And you being defensive.
Now, I'm gonna say, I do respect that moment for Marcel, because at least you said the shit you said on stage, but once the camera's cut, at least you still tried to talk and explain how you was really, you know, what you really felt and how you felt in that moment. I could respect that for sure. I feel like a lot of people on that stage don't give that, especially for the reunion. I feel like everybody would just rah coming for Melody. So to actually see him like pull her to the side and try to, you know, enlighten her on how he really felt, that was cool. 1 point. Kimmy and Maurice are walking off the stage, and Maurice is like, things just still feel unresolved. Duh, because y'all not in a place of forgiveness. Let's be for real. In order to resolve things, you have to be willing to resolve, to forgive. And I just don't feel like that. When they talking to Melody about the whole shit, or even talking about the whole Maurice DUI situation, y'all are not in a place to forgive. Y'all are not in a place to hear nobody out. So duh, ain't nothing gonna get forgiven. Ain't nothing gonna get resolved. So the showrunner goes and talks to Tisha and Marcel in their dressing room, and he's like, so do y'all really feel like Melody be gathering people? And Tisha was like, yeah, I just feel like when Melody has something she don't like or she want to talk to about the group, then, you know, she come and talk to us and everybody has to be open. But when the roles are reversed, she gets defensive. And I know people like that. Literally, I know people who act like that too. And I think it stems from not being in a safe space, or them not feeling like they're in a safe space. It's kind of like animals, right? If an animal feel like somebody is coming on an attack, they already in defense mode. It's the same kind of way. I don't feel like she feel this was a safe space for her, or this cast, this TV show is a safe space for her. Hence, her getting the fuck up out of here. Adios, gotta go. Now the showrunner goes and talks to Melody, and he's asking her how she's feeling, and she's like, I'm fine. She like, Kimmy was cool at first, but now she got this rah attitude for me, and she felt as though everybody kind of came together for a meeting yesterday and kind of like talked about what they was gonna talk about, how they was gonna react, like basically made points and made up a plan or something. Now, one thing I can say is that I feel like most of the reads were very rehearsed, very planned, very, you feel me? I thought about this last night. I could 100% agree to that. I do feel like the reads wasn't reading. It wasn't no off the dome type shit. You could tell when a motherfucker off the dome in a read. So I could get that part 100%. She points out the fact that all the Martello meters, that's what she called them, all the Martello meters are sitting on one side of the the stage, and then the people that Martell is not really getting along with right now is sitting on the opposite side of the stage, which is true. It's Destiny, Martell, Nell, Chris, Kimmy, and Maurice. Melody, Marceau, Tisha, and then later on with Trisha and them come out, and Sunny. Sunny comes out first. It's Sunny, and then they send Sunny back, and it's Ken and Trisha. I mean, she ain't lie. She did not lie. And I feel like even on Real Housewives, when they do their reunions, it be certain people who don't get along, but they still kind of mix everybody around so where it don't look like it's one side against the other side. You feel me? And it's like, come on, Carlos. You've been doing this for a while. How you let that, like, you wasn't supposed to, come on now. He then asks, do she get how Nell feels when she's, and is she sensitive to the fact that when Nell say, hey, I could have been spending more time with my mom instead of spending time with you guys. And Melody says, I completely understand how she feel, and how she feel is how she feel. However, I never once told her to come and counsel me and Martell. Come talk to us, come sit with us. Not once have I asked her to do that. And the showrunner like, you never asked her to come over? And she like, no.
Those are her feelings. I never said to you, leave your mother and come over here and sit with me. Come counsel me. Matter of fact, I can't really think of a time that I asked her over to counsel me.
Well, that's even more tea, because girl, you just doing this shit. You doing this shit your damn self. So you should be mad at yourself. Like that's some wild shit. I'm sorry. Like, how are you pointing a finger at her and she never even asked you to come over? Crazy. The cast are back on stage, and the next segment is all about Destiny. Carlos asks Destiny, how does she feel to be back? And she like, most days it is good. And he was like, well, you know, most people like Kimmy feel like you wasn't vulnerable enough on the show. How do you feel about that? And she was like, I agree. You feel me? I wasn't in a place where I could be, and I ultimately needed to heal. Girl, I am so happy when a motherfucker said they needed to heal, because at least you know. But now you need to go heal again. Heal again over this triangle shit y'all got going on, please. Carlos then asked Kimmy, does she feel like she has opened up now? And she's like, yeah, I do. And he then goes to ask Destiny if she really is attracted and like Lance, or is he just a storyline? And she like, no, me and Lance always had chemistry. I always thought he was attracted, always been attracted to him. And I'm like, girl, wasn't you married? Like, wasn't you married? Carlos then asks Destiny how old she is, and Destiny like, grown. And he like, okay, so what's the age difference between you and Lance? And she like, I think 6 or 7 years. And Nell was like, no, I think it's more like 9. And she was like, well, Nell doesn't even know how old I am. And she's like, ain't you 42?
6, 7 years, I think.
That's 9 years.
I don't even know if Miss Nell knows how old I am.
You 42, right?
No, I'm not.
You told me you were.
No, I did not.
Why you just stop her shit like that? Like, completely just stopped her shit. So Destiny like, no, I'm actually not 42. And she was like, no, I could have swore you told me you was 42. Honestly, Nell was another person who would just like, you feel me, putting on, I feel like, for the camera. You feel me? Overhyping shit, making shit seem like more intense than what it is. Because, girl, what's your problem with Destiny now? All of a sudden, like, that was just like, what we doing here for real? Like, what are we doing here for real? And then, on top of that, if Destiny was, let's say she is 42, because she said she wasn't, but if she was 42, that would make him what, like 36, 35? 36, 35 years old? They two grown-ass motherfuckers. That's a grown-ass age. That still would be okay if that's what they wanted to do. Destiny then goes on to say that they connected when they both were going through their divorce, and they eventually decided to pursue each other, and that, you know, they just enjoying each other's company. And Carlos tried to make a joke like, well, how deep did y'all go? Just messy. Y'all know Carlos messy. He asked her, do she see herself being in a relationship with him? And she like, right now, I'm just dating. Girl, do that, please. Just date. Don't lock nobody down, because I don't feel like she's ready. You got to get over the, what's his name? You got to get over Moses first. Yeah. Carlos then asked Nell, how does she feel about Destiny dating her son? And she was like, I don't know, because she did tell me she was 42. For shade. Why she keep shading this lady? Like, why does she keep shading this lady? She just keeps shading her. he then asked her, well, what did Lance tell you about her? And she was like, well, that she's a nice lady. And then eventually goes on to say, and that she's fun. Okay, whatever. She was like, initially, I said that I would be honored to have Destiny as my daughter-in-law. However, I felt that way then. I don't feel that way now. Ooh.
There was a joke made about Destiny being my daughter-in-law, and I said I'll be honored. That's what I felt then. I can't honestly say that I feel that way now. I just feel like I need to get to know Destiny a little more.
Not to look up and down.
Clock it. And he was like, damn. And she was like, yeah, I think I just need to get to know her more. And I also feel like she hides stuff. Shit, at this point, I think y'all do. Y'all all hiding something. Carlos then asked Carlos asked, what's the daddy name? Chris, the same thing. And Chris just kept saying, well, I can't really answer that. That's not for me to answer. Like, that's something else has to answer. Okay, whatever. They take a commercial break and then they come back with Sonny on the stage. So he like, hey, so where's Moses? Like, I noticed you here by yourself. Where's Moses in his beard? Like, he be throwing so much shade. But she like, he's still in jail, basically. It says that he was arrested because he violated his parole by traveling when he wasn't supposed to. Carlos then asks her, how does she feel about the people who says she shouldn't be on the show? And she's like, I think they should mind their business. You feel me? Just like how you just said, I slept with Destiny man. That was never her man. Basically telling Carlos to mind his business. Well, damn. She said her and Destiny met through work and that it was a work relationship. And he like, well, why didn't you give her a heads up? And she said she wanted to give Moses the opportunity to. No, girl, you know you was dead ass the fuck wrong. Like, let's stop. You was dead ass wrong. That's what it comes down to. We not finna we're not finna form it into something it was not. Like, you was dead ass wrong. So now Tisha jumps in and she like, and mind you, they sitting right next to each other. Literally sitting right next to each other. And so she like, well, if I secretly married one of my friends' men, I would have at least told her, you feel me? And Sonny was taken back by the secret part. She like, secret? And she was like, even with all my friends before I got married to Marcel, like I asked him, did he ever try to talk to y'all? Because we would never got married. Girl, you need to worry about who the fuck he fucking now. That's what you need to worry about, sis. But I hear you. I hear you though. I definitely hear you.
I met this dude through my friend. I'm not gonna go secretly marry him, then try to tell her later. Secretly. When me and Marcel first started dating, I asked all my friends, did he try to holler at any of y'all?
So Sonny like, wasn't you with one of his friends though before? And she was like, nope, I wasn't. I actually wasn't. I don't do friends.
Didn't
you date one of his friends when you guys first met?
No, I didn't. Oh, okay. Never. Anything else you want to know about me in my past?
I'm
and
then
then you're gonna say, did you talk to one of his friends? No, babe. Never. Okay. Nope. I don't do friends.
So now Destiny is like, Moses got with Sonny on purpose just to get on Love and Marriage Huntsville to talk to her. Because that's the only way he would be able to talk to her. Are we? Yeah, we all like, what the fuck? All of us is like, what? Are we hearing this correctly? So Melody found that funny as fuck. Because she broke out into laughter.
She's the only person that could get him back on this platform to talk to me.
Oh my God. You really think Moses went ahead and started dating Sonny?
Because it is. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny. And I guess Destiny didn't really like that too much, because then she like, and y'all two met up in July and planned this whole storyline out. What? That's another what? Like, I don't believe that to be true. Because first off, the two storylines don't align. And to be honest, Melody don't need to plan out a storyline. The fucking show is she always got a storyline. She literally always has a storyline. She don't need to plot and plan to make a storyline up. And you knew Sonny was coming on the show. So now Mel and Sonny like, what? Who met? Who? What? Like, who met? And they like, nah, I ain't never, like, girl, you lying or whatever. And Mel like, okay, who did you hear that from? And she was like, Sonny. She basically said Sonny was the one who told her. Now, if that's true, I don't know. Sonny's just messy as fuck. Like, Sonny messy, Destiny messy, everybody fucking messy. Fuck. Like, Destiny says that Melody was not surprised to see Sonny at the podcast and knew she was coming. And Carlos asks, well, Sonny, why did you come on her show? And she's like, to protect myself from the slander. Like, Moses knew that Destiny was going to put out this narrative. And you feel me? He felt like it was best that we come on a show and protect ourselves. Girl, we don't care. Either way, the shit you did was still out of pocket, one way or another. And then I feel like Destiny making this shit her whole storyline and not focusing on her damn business and not highlighting that more was her downfall. And it's gonna continue to be her downfall, because why are you focused on that? They already sealed the deal. They married. You feel me? It is what it is. Their relationship is solidified. You need to solidify them pockets. So Carlos goes on and let everybody know that, hey, Destiny, you did know that she was coming on the show. This wasn't just thrown at you. You feel me? And Destiny's like, yeah, I never said it was. But girl, you acting like you just was fucking startled. Like, what the fuck? And then he asks if there's any room for forgiveness between them two. Sunny is like, I'm cool. Like, you feel me? I don't have no problem with her. Of course you don't. And Destiny was just like, no. She was like, I don't think it really is, especially after everything she's done, especially questioning the paternity of my child. I get it. Whatever. Y'all don't like each other, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Sunny says she never questioned the paternity of Destiny's child. All she did was post a picture of Maury, and Destiny took it some type of way. And Carlos was like, well, was it a dig at her? And she was like, believe what you want. Girl, these people are too motherfucking old to be acting like if you gonna throw a shot, make it known. If you gonna throw a shot, throw the shot. Not you hiding after throwing a rod. Come on now, you too damn grown for that. Don't do that scary ass shit. Like, come on, G. Like, what are we talking about? So the next segment is the love triangle, Trisha, Ken, and Martell. And Carlos is like, so why didn't you say anything? And she was like, because I was new and I didn't really know how this worked. And when he initially said that he didn't know me, I didn't know it was. I just supposed to fall in line and just be like agreeing. The screws is loose. They loose up there. And I'm just like, damn, you an engineer. How the fuck did you get through that? It's different than common sense though. That's what it is. It's different than, she ain't got no common sense. Fucking shame. So Trisha denies kissing Martell, sleeping with Martell, wanting to sleep with Martell, sending him news, receiving news. She denies it all. Okay?
Have you and Martell ever had sex?
No.
Have you and Martell ever kissed?
No.
Has Martell ever sent you pics?
No.
Have you ever sent pictures to Martell's phone?
No.
Has Martell ever said he wanted to sleep with you?
No.
Have you ever wanted to sleep with Martell?
No.
He says, so when you went over to his house, what happened? And she doubles down on what she already said and was like, he was just talking about Melody and how much he missed her and his family and his family or whatever. Carlos then asked Melody if she believed they slept with each other. And she was like, I don't know Trisha well enough to speak to her character, but I do know my ex and he'll fuck anything with legs. Goddamn. Legs? And he said the same thing, I think. I think he was like, legs? Like, God damn, you loose. So now Carlos asks Martell if they ever slept with each other. And Martell like, I'm gonna be real. We slept together. And everybody's like, and he was like, I'm just playing. And Ken wasn't feeling it. Ken was not feeling that. He like, I don't find that funny.
And I'll be real, we slept together.
Wait, what?
I'm just kidding.
That's not funny.
Nigga, you need to find something funny. You need to laugh at something. I agree. You don't need to make them jokes, Martell. That was fucking childish as hell. Like, I definitely agree too. But as far as the shit that you know what? I'm just tired of Ken and Trisha. I am. Ken, what the you sat on this through this whole season dealing with that bullshit. You can't take a little jokey joke on the stage? Please. Anyways, that was the end of that. And of course, they to be continued until next Saturday. Now, the last final part of the reunion do look a little spicy. Marquez will be attending, which I was shocked about. I was shocked that Marquez was attending only because Lance wasn't there. So I'm like, I figured Lance would be there too. But they said, oh no, we need Marquez for his segment. And I agree, because how you gonna sit there and talk about that man and not allow him to talk for himself? It looked like he gonna shake some shit up though, and I'm here for it. I'm sorry. I'm here for Marquez. I am. I'm not here for him not taking care of his kids though. Get that shit together. But for the entertainment part of it, here for it. I watch TV to be entertained. He's entertaining. Sorry, not sorry. But if you made it to the end of this video, please drop a purple heart below. Please like, comment down below, like, tell me what your favorite part of the reunion was. Subscribe to the channel, please, 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 please. Like, I'll be seeing that y'all be watching my videos. I really be wanting to drop the videos sooner, but I'll be busy. But I'm trying to get better with that, okay? I'm trying to fit everything into my schedule, so bear with me, please. But yes, thank you guys for everything that you continue to do regarding my channel, and I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.